A robot in Beijing just taught itself a physical skill with zero human programming, and the lab that built it says nobody wrote a single line of choreography for it. Everyone assumes robots are puppets that replay moves and engineer scripted. And until recently that was true, which is exactly why this next part should make you sit for. Researchers in Beijing built what they call a self-evolving world model, and instead of watching videos of the world, it acts, predicts outcomes, and corrects its own mistakes. The loop is simple and relentless because the model predicts what should happen, then checks what actually happened, then rewrites its own understanding thousands of times without any supervision. That gives the machine something robots have never had, which is physical intuition, a grounded sense of cause and effect closer to how a toddler learns than software. On every physical reasoning benchmark the team ran, this system took state-of-the-art scores, beating rivals on plausibility, on consistency, and on following complex instructions cleanly. While the software got smarter, the hardware got cheap because a startup just launched a walking, talking humanoid for around $1,400, less than a flagship phone. 3 feet tall and 26 pounds, it walks, balances, dances, and answers voice commands, and children can program it with drag-and-drop blocks in an afternoon. The price comes from lightweight composite parts, an in-house motion controller, and a modular body that snaps apart for repairs instead of licensed hardware that triples the bill. This is not a toy company either, because their previous robot sold thousands of units and finished a half marathon, which no machine at this price had ever done. Pre-orders open during the biggest shopping season of the year, staged like a smartphone launch, and if it sells, the first mass-market humanoid arrives through toy aisles. Now for the part that looks fake, because researchers handed a 77-pound humanoid a tow strap and asked it to pull a full-sized passenger car. The car weighed 3,100 pounds, roughly 40 times the robot's own body weight, and on smooth pavement the little machine leaned back and simply walked it forward. Watch the details and it stops being a strength stunt because the robot micro-adjusts its balance dozens of times per second completely on its own, with nobody steering. That kind of dynamic balance is the exact skill a machine needs to haul gear through a warehouse, step over rubble, or carry equipment across broken, uneven ground. Here is the honest caveat, because hands still lose to shirts and eggs. Delicate grips defeat nearly every humanoid alive, and that gap is worth years of work. The real story is not any single robot, because self-teaching software, dirt-cheap bodies, and human-grade balance arrived separately this year, and they are now converging fast. So the next robot you meet will not perform a routine somebody wrote, because it will understand what it is doing. And nobody programmed that either.